Yeah, so since you were last with me, we've won every single league game and we're now top of the league. I assume it's all in celebration of Austin Welch, the latest passenger aboard the Lollujo party bus, who's got involved by supporting the channel via the Patreon page. If you'd also like to get involved on there, all the details are down in the description for how you can get involved in all the fun. And thank you very much, Austin. Your support, massively appreciated. But yeah, winning every game. Weird. Hello and welcome to Season 5, Part 3 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we're away against Wigan, and then the big one for me. We've played some big games in FM17 so far, but none bigger than this. We're coming up against my beloved Peterborough United for the first time in the second of today's two games. As mentioned in the intro though, things have gone mental since you were last with me. Not only have we won every single league game that we've played in, we've successfully got ourselves knocked out of the Checker Trade Trophy. We've scored 21 goals in 5 games, including a 7-4 win and a 6-3 win. We're rubbish at the back, but suddenly everyone's scoring goals again. Raquel Pike already on 11 goals. I don't think he'd scored the last time he was with us, but he's now got 9 goals and 11 starts in League One, averaging a 7.72. That's mad for a start. If we just nip over onto here. He's not even on the top goal score. It's because he's only on 9. Oh, look, I'll go Obi. Goodness me, he's scoring goals as well, playing for Burton. He was rubbish for us last year. Did they sign him permanently? Or is he on loan? They've only signed him permanently and he's scoring loads of goals. Oh, that makes me sad. But yeah, so he's scoring lots of goals as well. But we've just got goals all the way through the team. Pike's scoring. Marriott is scoring. Martel Taylor Grossdale, whose name I can never remember, he's scoring goals. Pike is getting man of the match awards left, right and centre. I mean, there's blue all over this screen and it makes me happy. Raquel Pike is the best player in League One at the moment by quite some way, and he is in, we thought he was good last year. He is in the form of his life. Look at that for an improvement season on season. If he can keep that up, crazy things could be about to happen. I mean, it's pretty crazy that that's happened because we're top of the league. There's nearly a quarter of the season gone and we're top of the league. This wasn't really part of the plan, and I don't really know how I'm going to feel about the rest of the season from here, because pre-season we were looking for a mid-table finish. That would have been fine. The media prediction, escape relegation, that would be fine. But here we are, 11 games in, finding ourselves top of the league. Is anything other than promotion not fine now? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on that are. Bearing in mind where we are at this stage, what would be a good league finish and what would be a disappointment. So this is the team that we're going to be playing for the first of today's 2 games away against Wigan. We've got Ted Smith in goal, a back 4 of Tamelty, Anderson, Fowler and Grant. Adam Jackson has dropped to the bench because he's got a hissy fit on. Look, abysmal, abysmal morale, because he doesn't think we strengthen the squad enough. Adam, since you signed, we've won League 2 and we're top of League 1 now. How much stronger does this squad need to be, you buffoon? But he's going to sit in the reserves until he gets over it. Ted Smith had been doing the same thing. He can't today because Miguel is away on international duty. There you go. He's off on international duty. So Smith has to come back in the side, but he's sulking as well for the same reason. The pair of them can do one, as far as I'm concerned. We had offers of like 300, 400,000 for Adam Jackson in the summer. If he's still sulking when the transfer window comes around and someone comes in with £500,000, he's off, because we don't need him, because we've got Anderson and Fowler and they're just as good. So, sort your head out, Jackson. In midfield, we've got Wordsworth, Hamblin and Cool, with Benteke in behind Marriott and Pike. The midfield is a good League One midfield, and there are now goals coming out of these front two, and they're forming quite the partnership. Look at that average rating over the last 5 games for Pike, averaging an 8.6 over the last 5 games, and Marriott is the highest assist maker in the division. So that's all nuts. A couple of you have asked to have a look at how some of our players have improved over the last couple of years. If we go on to attribute changes, I don't know how to do this. How do we look? See, I never bother with all this stuff. No. There you go. Is that what you want to see? There you go. There's Jonathan Benteke, for example. I don't really know what people like to see on these screens, but that's how Benteke's done. If you want more information on that, any of that stuff, let me know exactly what you want to see, and we'll try and sort something out. But there you go. That was Benteke. We just need to get someone else on the bench. We'll put, let's get Broccoli on there to be our reserve goalkeeper with Miguel off doing whatever he does when he's on international duty. It is a shame to have Ted Smith back in the side because he hasn't been playing when we've been on this winning streak because of his sulking. Both him and Jackson started sulking, and our response was drop them both, win 5 games on the bounce. So obviously they're not getting back into the team anytime soon, but now Smith is back in the team, and I'm hoping that by having him in, he's not going to be a negative influence on everything and cause a defeat today, because we were looking so good. There you go. Already 1-0 down. We've been looking so good when you haven't been here. 7-4. We were 4-3 down in that game at one point. I think we were 3-0 down as well. It was a weird match. And then to do a 6-3 a couple of games later, we've definitely figured out how to score goals in this division. If we can figure out how to stop conceding quite so many, we'll romp it. I mean, that's quite a good finish from Greg. On fire, apparently. Is he the one? There was a tweet earlier in the season that said Raquel Pike is on fire. It didn't have quite the same ring to it. This is an in-game tweet, not a real tweet, obviously, because a real person wouldn't tweet such nonsense. But the social feed in-game thinks it's funny, and it made me chuckle. Right, we need to get back into this game. I can't believe how tame we look, bearing in mind just how impressive we've been when you haven't been watching. And the only real difference is that Ted Smith's back in goal, and surely his negativity isn't affecting the other 10 players. He's only the goalkeeper, for goodness sake. Just ignore him. Doesn't matter whether he's happy being in goal. Just ignore him and go and score 7 goals again, like we did the other week, or 6 goals, like we did even more recently. But no, we're just gonna tippy-tap the ball around, give it back to them. We've only had 1 shot on target in nearly an hour. We've scored 21 goals in 5 matches. We've had 1 shot in an hour. Pike is in and should have done better. We've now had 2 shots on target and the only clear-cut chance of the game so far. Hopefully that's going to be enough to excite us a little bit. Cool. Crosses in. It falls to Fowler. Wordsworth, can he shoot from there? He doesn't. Should have done better with that, really. But we're still applying the pressure. In the form of Cool on the edge of the area to Wordsworth. He can shoot from here. Again, he chooses not to, and Fowler has missed that. Smith doesn't know where he is, and Will Grigg has now hit the post. Hopefully, that'll spark us into life, because if we'd have gone 2-0 down against a mid-table team, it's just getting into silliness now. I should never have closed the game last night. Just stay up all night. It's fine. You don't need to sleep. It doesn't matter if you're tired at work. You were on a winning streak. Oh, but I had to do the video anyway. I couldn't come in here and do a video at 1 a.m. Oh, imagine what the neighbours would say if I'm in here shouting. Right, let's get Taylor Crossdale on. Benteke can come off for Craigan. And we've got to score. Surely we've got to score a goal. I mean, Pike has been averaging an 8.6 and we've just taken him off on a 6.5. How do these things happen just because I turn the camera on? How does the game even know the camera's on? It's so upsetting, and I just know because of how silly morale is in this version of FM, it is all going to be down to the fact that Ted Smith's back in the team. And stuff like that is just stupid because he's the goalkeeper. He really shouldn't matter that much. We'll bring Keneally on. Hopefully Miguel's back off international duty for the posh game, because I'm going to be sad if we lose 2 games on the bounce after an excited intro. It seems to be the way. If I'm ever really positive at the start of a video, we lose both games. I've just got to start being miserable. Just miserable at the start of an episode, and then we'll win. Taylor Crossdale misses an absolute sitter. We're being mugged, everybody. We've had more clear-cut chances than Wigan. This is a mugging. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand why it's happening. We've done much better in this second half. We've got more possession. We've had more shots on target. We've had more clear-cut chances. We've got the top scorer in the division. But for whatever reason, we've not been able to score a goal. We're going to lose 1-0 against a team that, yes, they're recently relegated from the Championship and we're recently promoted from League 2. But we're top of the league. They're mid-table. We should have won that game. Or at the very least, scored a blooming goal. Let's play posh and hopefully win. Right, 3 changes for the Posh game, one of which is enforced. Jonathan Benteke suspended, so Craigan comes in for a very rare start in behind Marriott and Pike. Keneally comes in for Wordsworth in midfield, and we also bring in Miguel to replace Ted Smith in the starting 11. The other player who's kicking off that we're not strengthened is Ellis Plummer, so the 3 of them can just sit there on the bench and rot for all I care until they sort their heads out. We will be looking to move all 3 of them on in January, unless they stop being grumpy sons. We're playing against Posh. Do I recognise any of these players from real life? Marcus Maddison, Chris Forrest. I mean, they're our 2 best players in real life. They're still here. The fullbacks I recognise as well. That's our youth goalkeeper. Looks like, I assume it is anyway. Let's have a look. It is. Wow. There you go. So he develops. In fact, he doesn't develop very well, does he? Look at that. He's only... Why is he in the team? He's barely played from Posh, are playing a reserve goalkeeper, and we've got the best striker in the league. Right, let's tear them a new handbag thing. Yeah, I don't want to know. Realised we're a family-friendly channel halfway through that, so replaced the word I was going to say with handbag. I think it was... to be honest, if I hadn't explained it, you probably wouldn't have noticed, and it would have been fine. We've not scored yet, which isn't exactly what I'd expect when I saw who Posh had in goal, but we've got a chance here. Keneally out to Grant. Grant crosses to Marriott, who should have scored. That's our first clear-cut chance of the game. Before Posh have even had a shot, we're on 62% possession. We need to make our early dominance of this game count, because we're not going to completely dominate the game like this all the way through, presumably. Fowler's just hit the post. It's not going down as a clear-cut chance, but that is a good chance, definitely. And I imagine Posh are going to come and score here, and there it is. Their first chance of the game. They're 1-0 up. I don't understand. We were dominating that for the first 20 minutes. We hit the post. We had a player miss an absolute sitter. We had other shots. We had over 60% possession. Posh come up the other end. One shot, boom, 1-0 up. Are we seriously going to lose both of these matches after the form we've been in? Tomelty forces a save out of Henry, which, I mean, look at him. He shouldn't be capable of making saves. I'm surprised that didn't go in. It's a shot from the halfway line. Miguel could have just let it go. Instead, he decides to catch it. I mean, inexplicably, there was no reason to just let it go out, take a goal kick. How are we 1-0 down again? We're at home against a team playing a useless goalkeeper. And I just don't understand. I mean, look at the stats. This is our game. We are dominating this football match, yet we're 1-0 down. Are we going to have a double mugging? I don't think we've had a double mugging on Non-League to Legend yet this year. If we have a double mugging, I'm going to be furious. I don't know what to do. I'm out of ideas. I might go for the 4-3-3 that we've used a couple of times. Get Craigan off, because I don't think he's cut out for this level. Perhaps get Taylor Crossdale or Schiavi on to go up front with the other 2 are already on. Now, what is Anderson doing? He's just taking it round our own goalkeeper. Very skillfully, I might add. But goodness me, we're already 1-0 down. We're already in danger of a double mugging. And we've got a centre-back skinning our goalkeeper. Oh, goodness me. What is the world coming to? We need to make a change. But the strikers are being rubbish as well. Right, why have we not paused the game? Okay, we are taking Craigan off and we're going to bring Schiavi on. And we are going to go to a 4-3-3. We've done it a few times recently and it leads to goals. So let's do it again. We'll stick Pike to be an advance forward. And we're going to leave it like that for 5 or 10 minutes. Because really the other 2 strikers are lucky to still be on the pitch. Craigan might feel a little bit hard done by there. But we'll give this combination up front the chance to create something together, only for a couple more minutes before Taylor Crossdale comes on. There you go, they're getting this one highlight, and we're going to be 2-0 down. Goodness me, what is happening? Pike is coming off. I mean, he's just been rubbish. I spent the whole intro telling you how great Pike had been. He has been absolute trash in this video. Right, we'll bring Wordsworth on as well, and that looks like a really good team that has been playing really well, and we're going to lose both games, not score a goal. We're not top of the league anymore. Oh, Schiavi forces a save out of Henry. We're now back in mugging territory because we've had 2 clear-cut chances. They've had 1. It's a double mugging again. Is Henry seriously going to keep a clean sheet after all the things I said about him before the match? It's almost as if he was listening. Oh. Right, we've got 10 minutes left. We are playing 3 of the best strikers in the division. I don't get it. I mean, we've got 12,000 people here. We never have 12,000 people here. And they're just watching absolute bobbins. I'm glad I don't really have to do a post-match interview, because after these 2 games, I just don't know what I'd say. I don't understand how we can go from such dominant, phenomenal, fantastic form to this absolute trash just by saving and reloading. Martel Taylor-Johnson, Crossdale, Crossdale has just scored a beautiful goal to save face a little bit, but I mean, that is a good finish. I'll let him have that. 1-1, but 1 point out of these 2 games when we'd been so good up until now still isn't enough. We've not got time to go and grab a winner. There's no justice in the world. I just don't know how that's happened. Yeah, we're going to get back up there, but not if we play like we have in those 2 games. That's been rubbish. Now we're playing against Birmingham, who are the pre-season title favourites. So it's going to, our little bit of fun is ended and we're going to slowly drift back down the table. I wonder how many of you answered that question for the comments at the start of the episode and are now going in and revising your answer, because certainly mid-table's looking a little bit more realistic after that. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and thank you very much for watching.